Welcome to Movie to Recap. Imagine waking up one morning and finding every door, every window, sealed shut with solid bricks. No way out, no signal, no sound, just silence, and a feeling that something is watching you from the other side. At first, they thought it was a construction glitch, but soon, the walls began to move and people started disappearing. What's really behind those bricks? A deadly experiment? A defense system gone wrong? Or something far more sinister waiting to be released? This is Brick 2025, the movie that turns your home into a living nightmare. Let's dive into the darkness. The film begins with Tim, who is a game developer. He was having a serious meeting at his home. Suddenly, he loses his internet connection. When the work interrupts, he recalls the good moments spent with his wife. He also remembers the old time when his wife was pregnant and had to be taken to the hospital because she was in severe pain due to certain problem. Then suddenly, Tim's wife returns home. Now Tim gets nervous due to her sudden arrival. Both of them go downstairs, and there they meet the building manager. He says that the repair of the building is about to end, and soon the covers placed over the building will also be removed. After a while, a helicopter passes over them. The building manager says that the huge fire has broken out in the port area. Now both of them move ahead from there. Tim's wife shows him her old car, which is just back from the shop, and both of them sit in the car and start eating pizza. Tim's wife says, "Let's go to Paris, where we always wanted to go. I have left my job, and we both should start our life afresh after that accident." Actually, when the pregnancy created complications, their child passed away. Tim says that "I cannot leave my job. I want to go, but not now." Then he gets a call from his workplace, and he gets busy. Both of them lie on the bed at night, but are awake, and his wife is crying. The next morning, Tim wakes up and sees that his wife is standing ready to leave with her luggage. She says that "You will never change, and I am leaving you." When she opens the door, she sees that strange bricks have blocked the way. She suspects that Tim is behind this. She asks him to remove them. Tim also checks, but he also does not understand anything. Tim's wife checks the window, but the same bricks were also placed there, and it is found that these bricks have blocked the way on every window. Tim's wife tries to break the brick, and Tim also helps, but in vain. Then Tim's wife tries to call, but there are no signals. Tim checks the Wi-Fi, but it is also completely dead. Both of them start looking for signals everywhere, but there is no signal from anywhere. Tim notices that when the phone is taken near the bricks, some strange problem starts in the phone. Tim's wife takes out the drill machine, and she tries to break the bricks with its help. Tim also helped, but still there was no use. On the contrary, there was not even a slight scratch on the brick. They try but everywhere there are the same strong bricks, which surround this entire apartment. They were surprised, thinking, how can someone block the entire building? Then they hear someone screaming from the adjacent room. Both make a hole in the wall and see a woman and a man on the other side. The man is tensed. He says that they had taken this room on rent for just one night, but now they are also trapped. Our room is also completely blocked. He asks them if they have also faced the same issue. Tim and his wife reply that "We are also stuck in this problem," due to which this man gets more scared. Tim's wife asks him that "Did you see anything strange at night?" He replied that "We had slept, but when we woke up, we found the house in such a condition." The woman is also feeling fear. Then, Tim's wife consoles her. Tim checks that even water supply has also gone. Then both of them collect the necessary things for themselves. Tim says that all this is like a video game, and we should find a way out of here. But Tim's wife says that this is not like your cheap game, and it's really a problem, and now both of them have an argument over this. When Tim's wife leaves from there, Tim angrily hits his phone on that wall. When he was sitting, he notices something on the wall. On checking, he found out that the chip of my broken phone is stuck on that brick wall. He understands that this brick is working like a magnet. Tim's wife comes and apologizes for the earlier arguments. Tim takes a spoon and sticks it on the wall, and he shows his wife that the wall has magnetic power. Now both of them collect all the iron objects and put them on that wall. Tim's wife notices that the magnetic power is stronger in the square-shaped area, but then those iron objects start shaking and start flying through air towards them. Tim bends down with his wife, but his wife notices that Tim has injured because some iron objects pierced his back. His wife removes them and bandages his wounds. After some time, woman's scream is heard again from the adjacent room. Both of them run in that direction and call out to those people, but there is no response from the other side. So, both of them decide to make the hole in the wall bigger. Then they break the wall and go to their room. Tim had a bat, while his wife has a pepper spray. They go inside the room and see that the woman is lying near the bed. Tim's wife picks her up and Tim looks for the man. Suddenly, that man attacks Tim. He jumps on Tim and throws him on the ground. Seeing this, Tim's wife comes and sprays pepper on the man. Tim starts beating him, but the woman came forward to save him. She says that he did not say anything to me. Rather, she fell herself. While she was breaking the brick, maybe both of them drank too much last night. Tim ties the man's hands until his intoxication wears off. The woman starts telling them about herself. She says that we both are husband and wife, and my husband's name is Marvin. Tim checks the apartment and finds a storeroom. From there, he found a big hammer with the help of which Tim tries to break that wall. Marvin gets up and says that the hammer will break but not the brick. So, don't do this, it will be of no use. Tim asks him, why did you attack me? Marvin is surprised. Then his wife tells everything and says that Marvin does not remember because he takes drugs. Tim's wife, who is an architect, gives the idea that we should go to the basement through the floor paths. Further, she told that this building is from the time of war, so there must have been a shelter built there to protect against the explosion, which will be connected to some subsystem, and we will escape through that railway. That is why both of them together start breaking the ground. Marvin says that someone is manipulating them and suspects that the building manager may be involved in this. Now finally, they break the floor and make a big pit there, and Tim goes down. He started calling his neighbor, who was an old man, but the old man comes with a gun. He threatens Tim to climb back up because he did not want to share his food and other essentials with anyone. Tim's wife and everyone else convince him and tell him their plan, but the old man refuses and says to go by some other way. Then, the old man's granddaughter comes. She says that if everyone works together, then they can get out. Now, after her saying this, the old man agrees. Everyone comes down. Tim unties Marvin's hands, and he asks him to help in breaking the ground. Suddenly, Tim notices a device. When he opens it, there is a camera inside. He asks the old man, have you installed this camera? The old man says no, and tells that the building manager installed it. Then Tim goes to another place and opens another device, which also had a camera inside. Marvin says that someone is playing a squid game with us and has trapped us here. And the one watching us through the cameras is none other than the building manager, the mastermind of the game. Tim's wife says that we should ask him, and he lives in the next flat. Everyone together breaks the wall and comes to his room, but they are stunned to see that the building manager is dead. Both his hands were cut off, and blood was splattered around. His hands were also missing from there. Marvin vomits and he went to the washroom. Then his wife also follows him. Tim's wife also gets scared. Then he calms her down, but she also leaves the room. Tim checks the building manager's phone, in which there are many pictures of this wall. Then everyone starts breaking the ground again. Tim's wife shows him a news article in which the same fire is mentioned, which makes him feel that there is definitely a connection between all this. Suddenly, the ground breaks with a loud noise, due to which Tim, Marvin, and his wife fall down. Tim's wife comes down and holds him, while Marvin and his wife also hold themselves. The old man's granddaughter also gets ready to go down. The old man gives her a gun and tells her to go alone. I will stay here. But his granddaughter forcibly takes him. When they made their way down, a man comes there with his hands raised. Telling about himself, he says that my name is Yuri, and the person who lived in this flat was my friend, and I came to stay with him for a few days. He asks why they are breaking the ground. What is your plan? Now he starts laughing as he hears their plan. He says that this wall of bricks is for their protection, and it is a high-tech system which protects from any attack. Tim asks, do you have any proof of this theory? Yuri did not have any specific answer. That's why he starts telling strange theories. Tim's wife asks, where is your friend who lives here? Yuri shows them his friend's dead body and says that he suddenly fell down. He probably had a heart attack, and he was also doing research about these bricks. Everyone gets sad and they talk about whether everything outside is damaged or not. Should we go or not? Marvin, his wife, and Tim's wife say that they will take the risk of going out. It is not right to stay trapped in the house. Then they all leave the room. The old man's granddaughter stays behind to check the work of Yuri's friend. Yuri says that my friend also died while taking tension about this wall. The old man's granddaughter also leaves with the rest of the people. Everyone breaks the ground and goes down to the basement. There they find the tunnel and start breaking the door. But they were surprised to see that the same brick wall is there behind it as well. Marvin gets angry and hits the wall with a hammer. Tim tries to stop him, The old man points the gun at him to calm him down. Marvin says, "Okay, now everything is fine," but suddenly he grabs the gun and fires at the wall. The bullets stop near the wall and start vibrating. Tim shouts that everyone should bend down. Everyone bends down, and the bullets pass over them. But the old man is not able to bend down in time, and a bullet hits him. His granddaughter goes near him and asks everyone for help. Marvin comes to help him, but the old man's granddaughter starts shouting at him, and now the old man dies there. Everyone was sitting in Yuri's friend's room. Marvin's wife asks if there's something similar in everyone's life that unites us all. She says that when she was young, she narrowly escaped death. The old man's granddaughter says that her mother died of cancer. Yuri says that he has killed a man when he was in the police. The old man's granddaughter says that everyone knows about Marvin, what he just did. Marvin apologizes again about the old man, but his granddaughter shouts at him again. Now they ask Tim and his wife. His wife starts speaking, but Tim stops her. Despite this, she tells that we lost our child when he was in my womb. Tim goes to another room. His wife also comes there, and both of them start arguing again. His wife says that after our child died, you just got busy with work and never talked to me properly. I had to bear all the pain alone. Tim relaxes himself and tells the others that we should not sit idle. We should find some evidence in the building manager's room. The old man's granddaughter says that we should also check the work of Yuri's friend. Maybe we can find out something there. Now Tim, Marvin, and his wife go to check the building manager's room, while Tim's wife and the old man's granddaughter go to see the work of Yuri's friend. But Yuri is not interested in this. When Tim is checking the building manager's house, he sees that this room is smaller than the room upstairs. He checks a wall and finds out that there is a secret room here. Marvin also finds a remote, but it had a password on it. They throw powder on the remote and find fingerprints which were on 4 numbers. Now they make a password of 4 numbers. Marvin's wife says that she calls the rest of the people till then. Both of them find Yuri's friend's business card from his room. The card reveals that he was working on nanotechnology. He was associated with a company dealing in nanotechnology and defense technology. It means about all the techniques and technologies designed to prevent danger. They question Yuri, but he says that he never talked much about his work. He only knows that my friend was a programmer. They search further and find his friend's laptop and phone broken. Yuri says that whenever his friend did not understand something, he used to break things by smashing them against the wall. They find a paper on which a code was written. Perhaps this code was to open the wall. Yuri says while laughing, harmful rays will come inside and kill everyone if the door opens. Marvin's wife comes and says that they have found something. Tim's wife and Yuri start going up to check, while the old man's granddaughter stays here to do more research. Tim tries different passwords, and his secret door opened while trying one. When they go inside, there were computers, on which the footage of the cameras installed in all their rooms was playing. They check Tim and his wife's room and find the exact time of the expansion of this brick wall. This wall was expanding on the entire building, as if some defense system had been turned on, and it was advanced nanotechnology. The old man's granddaughter checks the dead body of Yuri's friend. When she removes his scarf, she sees marks of strangulation. On the other hand, they check the room of Yuri's friend, whose dead body was lying on the floor. When they ask Yuri about his death, they see that Yuri is not there. Marvin goes to find him, and they see the video in which Yuri's friend went near this wall with a phone, and there the light flashes 3-4 times, and it is revealed that Yoni's friend had opened this brick wall. Marvin went to Yuri's room to find him and sees that Yuri is burning his friend's work. Tim and others also see the footage when Yuri was strangling his friend. Marvin sees that the old man's granddaughter is also dead near the bed. He starts shouting at Yuri, but Yuri says that he's doing this to save everyone's life. Tim comes with a gun and sees that Yuri is strangling Marvin. Then Yuri attacks Tim and knocks him down and starts strangling him. Marvin stands up and kicks Yuri away, and he saves Tim's life. Other people also come there. They say that don't kill Yuri. Maybe he knows the way out. Tim makes him unconscious and ties him to a chair. Now all these people were very sad about the death of the old man's granddaughter. Marvin's wife thinks that Yuri must have killed his friend because he had found the way out. They see the code on the burnt paper, while Marvin's wife goes to watch the video to get some more information. The burnt paper shows that this code is like a sequence, which points towards a specific code, just like this brick wall on this building is arranged in a sequence. Tim's wife shows Yuri's friend's business card. It is revealed that his company's address is the same place where huge fire broke out. She wakes up Yuri and asks how his friend was able to open the brick wall. Yuri says that everything is dangerous outside, and they are safe inside. Tim scares him by shooting at the side and asks whether this wall was built by his company, and why. Yuri says that all I know is that this wall has been built through a defense system to avoid dangers from all kinds of attacks. Tim's wife asks that if everything is dangerous outside, then why did your friend want to go out? Yuri tells that my friend was feeling as if there is some problem in their system due to that fire. On this, Marvin says that he was thinking right, and we should also believe him. Marvin's wife tells them that Yuri's friend was working on something on his laptop. Tim says that he was making an app through programming that can open the brick wall. They see that Yuri had broken his friend's phone and laptop. They connect the broken phone to the computer. They understand that the phone is a key, and the square-shaped areas on the wall are all locks. Yuri's friend used the phone's flash, which is an electromagnetic wave, and opened the door. Tim fixes the app, and they go near the brick wall. They run the app and keep clicking in a random order, due to which the phone's flash starts turning on, and the wall also starts changing, as if there is a way. Marvin's wife puts her hand inside the wall and says that I am feeling heat. Then she says in panic that now my hand is not able to come out and something is pulling me. They pull her, but Marvin's wife starts going inside the wall. Then the wall closed, and only half of Marvin's wife's body fell down with them. Marvin became sad on her death. Seeing this, Yuri starts laughing. Marvin shoots Yuri in a fit of rage and then takes his own life using a gun. Now, only Tim and his wife were left, who are sitting sadly at a place. They think that everything is over. Tim's wife says that she was very sad when her child was gone. I needed you at that time, but you were away from me. He says, I am thankful to you that you did not leave me. His wife says, because I love you. Then both decide that they will find a way out. They run the app and see that pressing the button activates different flashes in different order, like sometimes 6, sometimes 4, and occasionally just 1 or 2. They watch the video to see which route Yuri's friend used. They go down and try to open the wall through the app. But Yuri, who is alive, suddenly attacks Tim. Then he begins to go after Tim's wife, who falls into the basement. Now Tim pushes him too, and makes him fall into the basement. Then he himself comes there. Tim and his wife start running. Yuri also follows them. After coming inside, they close the door and Yuri remains outside, but he was still trying to break the door. That's why Tim says to his wife, while giving her phone, open the door. Tim's wife unlocks the door, adding code. But Yuri, who had entered inside at this time, he attacks Tim and both of them start strangling each other. Yuri throws Tim down and he instructs his wife to go from here alone. Now Tim's wife attacks Yuri from behind with a hammer before he could attack him, and Yuri has died. Both of them now move forward through the tunnel through which they come out. They see that the brick walls have surrounded the whole place. Seeing this, she gets very upset, but they see their car in which they sit and leave for Paris. Radio broadcasts the news that actually the company's advanced nanotech system was activated due to the fire. So the whole city has come under its grip. And now, if they had to save themselves from all this, then that advanced nanotech system will have to be turned off. And the film ends here with thank you for the watching video.